Welcome back to Live at 5. We are in the old gym, they call it, here at RMC, and I'm with David Howes. And David, you are the head coach of the Cutting Edge Fencing Club, and you also help out with the RMC team as well.
Correct.
Okay, and we are in the, what is this called, David?
It's the old gym, or we call it the fencing cell.
The fencing cell, so the room of arms is what
Yes.
it is called. Now, you have 30 members on the team at RMC, but it's a pretty popular sport here, more than that tryout every year.
Yes, we'll get up to 100 people trying out at the beginning of the season in September, and depending on the year, we may take anywhere from 5 to 10 people. So we have to make some pretty harsh cuts early on.
What is it about fencing that makes it such a popular sport here with students at RMC?
I think for anyone, it's a sport that they've maybe had this romantic notion of trying. They've seen it, sword fighting in movies. They've seen fencing maybe on TV at the Olympics, and it's not a sport that a lot of people get to try. So I think that a lot of them come out because they just want to try fencing and fighting with swords. So.
And now it also seems to be a pretty popular sport here in the city of Kingston. I mean, with 120,000 people living in Kingston, we have 4 clubs. Is that right?
Yeah, it is fairly popular. We have our community program, Cutting Edge, and we have anywhere from 60 to 70 kids every year that will fence. Some have been with us for 9 years. Some just try it for a beginner course to see what it's like. And then there's a couple of other clubs in the city as well, like Queens and Kingston Fencing Clubs. So it's pretty popular.
Wow, and not only is it popular, but we have some fantastic athletes here in the city of Kingston. Well, we will be meeting one of them a little bit later on. Katie Porter will be joining us, but you also have another youngster that went to Worlds recently.
Yes, Keir Hutchinson. He's a grade 12 student at KCVI, and he's making his second appearance at the World Championships. He was 6th last year in the under-17 event, and he's going in the under-20 event this year. So it's a good accomplishment for him to be going twice in a row.
Very exciting. Do you think I have what it takes to be a fencer?
I think we can find out later on.
We can find out later on. Before we put on the gear and get into fencing, we will check in with Holly and Luca. Here's what they have to say this week. Welcome back to Live at 5. We are with Katie Porter now. Katie, I have to say first, congratulations.
Thank you.
Are you excited?
Yes, I'm very excited.
And she is very excited because she is going to the World Championship for fencing this year. You qualified for the junior national team.
Yes.
And you've been fencing since you were how old?
11 years old.
And has this always been your dream?
Yes, it has.
So what is it like to have this dream finally come true?
It's awesome.
You're speechless.
Yeah, pretty much.
How hard do you train as a fencer?
Very hard to get where I was. It's very hard, you know.
What sort of stuff do you do to train?
Just a lot of fencing and a lot of blade work and working with the coaches. A lot of physical training as well, strength training in the legs, squats, and yeah. And
how often or how many hours would you say are you actually fencing every week or in a day?
Probably 15 to 24 hours a week. You know, it depends on how much you do and what's coming up. If there's a World Cup, you train more. If you have a weekend off, you train less and recover.
So tell us about Worlds and what you're looking forward to.
Worlds is huge, and I'm looking forward to lots of good competition from all over the world and representing my country, finally. So
finally,
yeah.
So it really has been something that you've been thinking about for such a long time.
Yes, it has.
So you're heading to Russia the first week of April. Mm-hmm. That's only a couple weeks away. So is this crunch time? Like, what are you doing right now? Is it really crucial? Is it?
It's day-by-day training, so you take it one day at a time and work hard every minute that you get until it happens. So,
what's it like to represent Canada at a World Championship?
It's amazing, you know, because you're representing your country, so it's huge, and it's the way people see you is how they would see your country. So. It's great.
That's a very interesting way of putting it. I feel like, is there a lot of pressure on you?
There's some pressure, but it's good pressure.
When Live at 5 returns, I go on guard. Welcome back to Live at 5. I've got my gear on. Patricia Howes is here, the head coach of the RMC fencing team. Patricia, where do I even begin?
Well, the first thing we have to do is get you comfortable with the on-guard position. Okay. That's the starting position for fencing, and everything you do will begin and end in that position. So we'll get you started with that. First, I'm going to have you stand with your feet in an L shape. That's it. Okay. Good. And you're just going to take one step out forward.
One step forward.
That's it. Now, from this position, just relax your arm. That's it. You're going to bend at the elbow, You're going to bend at the wrist and just turn the blade out a little bit. In this position, you want to have your body at 45 degrees and your legs at a 90-degree angle. You're going to take a deep breath, and then you're going to go down with me. And that's your basic on-guard position. You're going to stay in that position for the entire practice.
Now, how long does a battle last, or a match? About
approximately 3 minutes, and then a competition bout in direct elimination would be 3 periods of 3 minutes, but it feels like a lifetime. So, how are the legs doing?
Yeah, they're kind of burning.
All
you know,
right.
I'm a snow skier, but they're burning.
I'll let you shake that out. So you can shake your legs out a little bit.
Okay.
That's good. Okay, back into your on-guard position. Good. Now, when you want to attack the opponent, you're going to be able to move forward and backwards. So to move forward, you're going to kick the heel forward, and you're going to take a step. Good. And if you want to go backwards, you're going to retreat the same way. So it's kind of a weird way of walking in a half squat at all times, but it allows you to be able to move forward and back very quickly and to get in and get out to make those touches. So I'll just have you move forward and back a couple of times.
So forward and backwards.
That's it.
No wonder Katie was telling me earlier that she does a lot of squats.
That's right.
Okay.
So fencers have quite good legs. All right.
Okay.
So from that position, if you want to do a really fast attack and get the opponent, you're going to first aim at the target. So you're going to extend your arm, and then you're going to kick that front foot out and land in a lunging position. Very good. Okay? And then come back.
And come back.
So now we'll have you do that a couple of times.
Oh my goodness. And so what is it that got you into fencing? What is about this sport that really attracted you?
I think it's a very cool sport. It's very different. It's something that not a lot of people do. And it's always different every time you fence, so it's never boring. It's always exciting. And when you see the best fencers in the world and there's a lot of cheering and yelling and you're cheering for Team Canada, it's the most amazing feeling. So to do your fencing lesson, you first have to know how to salute the opponent.
Okay.
You're going to put your feet together. You're going to put your sword in front, raise the sword, bring it into your mask, back out, and down. And now we're ready. So I'll have you go on guard. Very good. And just bend your knees a little bit more. That's it. When I open, you're going to touch my head and then come back. So we'll do that a couple of times.
Okay. So
that's it. A little more aggressive.
more aggressive.
That's right.
Holy.
Good.
Now, this isn't an aggressive sport, though. You're normally doing it quite gently, or the professionals are quite gentle?
The final hit is soft, but there's certainly a lot of assertiveness on the piece because it's a combat sport and you're trying to score that touch ahead of that other person.
Okay.
All right, so back on guard. Now, if I was to expose a different area, you can hit that area. So
Just
touch.
straight ahead?
Yeah, just touch with the side of the blade right there, and then come back on guard. And hit again, and come back. And again, and come back. That's it. And this side. There you go. So now you're hitting all the different targets of the body. That's it. Now, if you want, you can also aim with the point and turn your hand, and you can hit directly in like this as well, because saber is both a cutting and a thrusting weapon. All right, are you ready to defend?
Yes.
Okay. So from
Take
this,
it slow on me.
I will. From this position, I can make an attack, and I come here. And once you've defended, you have the right to score on my head. Good, and come back. So we're going to do that again. Bend your knees, and it's going to be faster this time. Ready?
Yes.
Good. That's awesome. All right.
I like this.
You ready to defend your head?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to attack your head, but then I'm going to be exposed here. Very good. Go back on guard. And again. That's it. Don't be shy. It's your right to score. That's it. Good. Very good. And just relax, because your legs are probably getting a bit tired. Yeah. Okay. We're going to do the same thing, but we're going to move now. Okay. On guard.
Okay. We're moving
All right.
now.
So move forward. That's it. Good. And lunge to my head. Awesome. Come back. Now go backwards. Push your legs. Go, go,
Holy
go,
smokes.
go. That's it. And defend. Hit. Good. And come forward. And lunge. Awesome. Come back. Get out. Go, 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 go. Here we go. And awesome. Very good.
There
okay.
we go.
Back to your on guard position. Salute.
Down.
Yeah, we'll do that again. And at the end, we always shake hands.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
very much.
You're an excellent coach. There you go. Fencing at RMC. It was amazing. You can't tell me. You can't tell, but I'm smiling right now.
Worlds is huge, and I'm looking forward to lots of good competition from all over the world and representing my country, finally. It's amazing, you know, because you're representing your country, so it's huge, and the way people see you is how they would see your country.
Porter, a part-time student at RMC, still hits the old gym as often as possible to train for competitions.
Probably 15 to 24 hours a week. You know, it depends on how much you do and what's coming up. If there's a World Cup, you train more. If you have a weekend off, you train less.
As the old saying goes, practice makes perfect.
A lot of fencing and a lot of blade work and working with the coaches. A lot of physical training as well, strength training in the legs, squats. Day-by-day training, so you take it one day at a time and work hard every minute that you get until it happens.